Hi all. So I just wanted to talk about one situation that had happened to me that involved miscommunication. So recently I was accepted to Mass College of Pharmacy for their dental track program, and as a requirement for accepted students is you need to show verification that you've had a series of TB tests done. So they give you a strict time frame that you need to have this done by, and it's 4 appointments that you need. So it's a series. So you do a placement for the test, then you go back 2 days later, they read the test, confirm that you don't have TB, then you wait a week, do another placement, and then 2 days later, another read. So it's a bit time consuming, but you have to get this process done within 3 weeks, and then there's the other deadline for the school. So anyhow, I had planned everything accordingly because my doctor's office is very busy. So I scheduled all the appointments in advance, and I scheduled them around my lunch break because I could only come in at 1 o'clock to the doctor's office for the appointments. So I had just started a new job, and that line of communication to request some time off, it wasn't there. I felt like that would look really bad if I had asked for time off to do the test. So I wanted to be a great employee and also satisfy my requirements for school. So I go in for the first half, everything's great, they place it, I go back 2 days later, get it read, and then before my next appointment, I get an ear infection. So I call my doctor's office again, and I speak to the receptionist up front, and I say, can I get an appointment sooner than later because I'm in a lot of pain? So the receptionist had seen the appointments that the nurse had booked for me that were just labeled as office visits. So the receptionist took that as, oh, she just said, can I get in sooner? So I'm going to get her in 2 days from now, and I'm just going to delete these other appointments because she doesn't need them because she's in sooner already. So I go in for my ear appointment, I come out, I want to confirm that I'm coming in next week for my TB test, and they say, you don't have any other appointments scheduled. I was like, what do you mean? I made 4 for these, and it's very important because the last one is at the very end of the deadline due to the doctor's schedule. So back and forth, there's a big argument as to what had happened, and I'm getting very, very frustrated and stressed out because if I don't complete this, I have to do the whole series all over again, and then I would definitely have to talk to my employer. So that was very stressful, and I got very aggravated with the receptionist, which then made her not want to help me because I was yelling at her, and so she's less amped to finagle the schedule to benefit me. So it was a long process. In the end, it got figured out, but not only did I stress myself out, I also stressed the poor receptionist out as well. And so I chose this situation after listening to one of the TED Talks. He describes how when people are hearing information, they're only retaining 20% of it. So they're not necessarily, they're hearing you, but they're not really hearing you. And that, conscious listening is diminishing more and more because we're surrounded by all of these distractions where it's white noise or other conversations, and we're more amped to put our earbuds in and isolate ourselves. So we're less aware of what's really going on around us and what someone is actually saying to us. So I feel like this is the perfect example of that, whereas I said, can I get in sooner rather than later? And the receptionist heard, can I get in sooner? And just thought, oh, I'm going to move these appointments up. She doesn't need them. I'm getting her in sooner. So she thought she was helping me out, but in the end, it was just causing more conflict for me. So during that time, obviously very frustrated, didn't handle the situation well. And now looking back at it, yes, everything worked out, but I believe that there was a better way of handling it. I should have been more clear as to what I was saying rather than being kind of cryptic with, can I get in sooner rather than later? I should have said, can I have an additional appointment for an earache and also keep my 2 TB appointments in the future? Simple as that, no confusion there. Also, I should have opened the line of communication up with my employer, let them know what was going on, and maybe had a little bit of leeway in my lunch hour to be more accommodating to the doctor's schedule too. And also, one of the articles talks about interpersonal conflict, whereas it's okay to have a conflict, but it's the most important is how you resolve it. So instead of me arguing with the receptionist, I should have tried to come to a common ground and problem solve and have a positive way of looking at it so that she's not upset, I'm not upset, the issue gets resolved, and everyone is happy. So I definitely learned from this, and I hope that after reading these articles and videos, that I can apply this to future miscommunication. Hopefully it won't be on my end, and I can communicate to someone more clearly, and I can also be conscious of listening to what they're saying and fully understanding what they're saying so that there is no miscommunication, and we can all move forward happily. All right. Well, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day.